how you can stop your Facebook group from feeling like a graveyard and instead make thousands of pounds from a new Facebook group with less than 200 members in it. Let me say that again, right? How can you stop your Facebook group from feeling like a graveyard and instead make thousands of pounds from a new Facebook group with less than 200 members in it? Guys, this is going to be a serious topic today because if you're like me, if you've been a coach, if you're in the coaching industry, then you would definitely, especially if you are trying to go full time in your Facebook group or trying to go full time in your passion driven business, or if you have already got a passion driven business, your coaching business, you're now trying to scale it to the next level, then you would most definitely have heard about the Facebook group strategy. And what I want you to do, just comment below, let me know, have you heard about the Facebook group strategy before? Have you tried growing your own Facebook group strategy, right? Because what usually happens, we try to grow our Facebook group strategies, we try to grow our Facebook groups, and what do we end up hearing? We end up hearing crickets. That's right, we spend all of this energy pumping content into our Facebook groups and no one seems interested. Or when people do engage, it's often that they're just liking and they're being spectators and not really engaging to actually buy. And so what happens is either we end up just giving up the Facebook group altogether, or we literally bang our head against the brick wall trying every trick underneath the sun, and it gets to the point where it just feels like a waste of time. We often tell ourselves, well, obviously we don't have enough people inside our Facebook group. What are the excuses, right? We don't have enough people inside our Facebook group, or our content isn't good enough, or whatever other excuse that we come up with, when the reality of it is that if you understand how to build a powerful Facebook group strategy that works in conjunction with a good lead generation campaign, you can generate thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever your revenue is from a Facebook group, a new Facebook group, without having loads of members, with less than 200 members inside that Facebook group. And how do I know? Well, with regards to my Facebook group, in the last 3 months, my Facebook group has given me or generated me 30k in revenue, and I have less than 200 followers inside my Facebook group. So if you know that you want this to be your reality, then you need to stick around with what I've got going on inside this video, because it is going to show you exactly what I've done, what I've helped other people to do, and how you can use your Facebook group as part of a great, robust lead generation strategy to really skyrocket your business to the next level. Hey, it's Jor'EL, and welcome to another Business Booster live stream. If you've never met me before, I am the host of this group, and every Wednesday, I say every Wednesday, unless something happens, right? But every Wednesday, I go live in this group where I share with you all the tips and tricks, the stuff that gurus make you pay thousands and thousands of pounds for just to join their trainings, right? I share this information with you inside these Business Booster live streams to either help you to finally go full-time in your passion-driven business, your coaching business, or to show you how you can take your coaching business from, let's say, 3k to those 10, 20k months, okay? And so if you have been, as I said, looking around to find out what you can do to help grow your Facebook group and to boost your engagement and to also ensure that you've got not just spectators, but ready to buy clients, then you need to stick around. Now, some housekeeping, please, wherever you are, I am streaming live from StreamYard. So just look around this video and it's going to show you how you can connect to StreamYard so that we can make this conversation as interactive as possible. I love interactions, guys. It's very, very important. If I ask you a question, get involved. It's actually, right, it's scientifically proven that the more you get involved in a training, the more that you get out of it. So I would love for you to comment when I ask you to. Let me know where you currently are tuning in from around the world. Even if you're watching this via replay, it doesn't matter. Still comment and engage, because you are going to get the most out of it. Also, if you have any questions that come up during this training, okay, just put them in the comments below, right? Just put your questions in the comments below. I may not be able to answer them during the training, but I promise you, after the training, I will get to your comments and help you to understand how you can boost your Facebook group to the point where it actually works for your business, right? If you've got a Facebook group, you're pumping content into that, you're putting time and energy into it, and you're seeing no ROI, no return on your investment, then it's pointless, right? And I know many of us fall into that trap. And I want to show you what you can do as a coach to literally turn it around. Even if you've got less than 200 members inside your Facebook group, how you can turn that Facebook group into a money making machine. Okay, now there's going to be, finally, before we move into this content, an opportunity to work with me. Okay, now if you resonate with anything that I say in this video, if you've watched videos in the past and you're like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of trying to do this on my own. I know what Einstein says is true, that if you continue to do the same thing and expect a different result, it's the first sign of madness. And if you don't want to be written off as clinically mad, then comment below Jor'EL, and even a member of my team or myself will get back to you, and we'll have a quick chat to help you to understand exactly what's going wrong inside your business, right? Why you're not able to scale your business from, let's say 3K to 10K to 20K per month, okay? And we'll just have an impartial chat and then take it from there. Because, you know, oftentimes we are too close to what's going on inside our businesses to really understand where we're going wrong. And rather than spend years, months, trying to figure out on your own, why not have an impartial chat where we can look at exactly what's going wrong inside your business, diagnose what it is, and help you to move your business in the direction that you want, which is generating you revenue while creating massive transformation with your potential clients around the globe. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into this one, because as I said, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm going to just share my screen with you. Be prepared to take notes, because I know some of you like visuals. Okay, so I always prepare visuals for you guys. So let's get started. So why your Facebook group feels like a graveyard, okay? It feels like nobody cares. You spend all this time cultivating this sacred space on Facebook so you can communicate and share value with your potential clients, and nobody seems to care. Or the flip side is, people seem to care, so they like your content, they're engaging with your content, but guess what? No one is buying. And you know, when no one is buying, how can you truly make a transformation inside their lives? Let's really think about that, right? Because oftentimes, you know, we get excited by, you know, the likes and the comments if things are going well. But if that person isn't working with you and you know that they are a potential client, then how can we feel satisfied as coaches if we're not getting them to make the transformation that they need to in their lives? Isn't that partly our responsibility? Isn't that the reason why you became a coach? Comment below. Let me know, what was your reasoning behind becoming a coach? Was it about just making money, or was it about creating massive transformation inside people's lives? Or was it just for the notoriety of it, which is, you know, you get likes and you get comments because that feels good, you know, as a presentation on Facebook, you know, because that's a reality. I see so many coaches popping up into this space nowadays. I mean, everybody believes that they are a coach, right? But I make a very clear distinction. I say that you are not a coach, or you cannot say that you are a coach unless you are making transformation inside people's lives. And you do not have a coaching business unless you are making money, right? Really important distinctions. Just because you can turn up on Facebook or you can create a Facebook group and share free content does not make you a coach. A coach creates transformation inside people's lives. All right, so without further ado, let's dive in and let's see what's going on. Because where are you now? Perhaps you're struggling to make 5 to 10 high ticket sales every single month. And when I talk about high ticket sales, I mean a program or a product that you can sell for 2K plus. If you're not selling high ticket, then usually what's going on is there is something happening with your mindset. You're sabotaging yourself. Okay, because you can create a high ticket program around what it is that you are currently doing, but it could mean that actually you're telling yourself, okay, you're stopping yourself from really charging what it is that you are worth. And that's something to think about. But as I said, maybe you're struggling to sell 5 to 10 high ticket sales every month, or you're struggling to sell your product or your service, right? Maybe you're stuck trying to build your profile in other people's groups. Come on, have you been guilty of this? Right? Let's go. Let's talk for a second, right? So what you do is you join somebody else's group, right? And you hang around inside this group, waiting for people to post their posts or to comment on posts, and then you dive in, hoping that you can comment on their post too, and then pray that one of them may recognize you. And because you've added value, they're now going to go onto your Facebook page and follow you, and they not only follow you, they are going to now become a customer. Like, the logic of that is crazy. Just think about yourself. Like, how many times have you, because someone has commented on one of your posts, right, left your page, gone and investigated who they are, and then looked at their first post that you see and then suddenly become their customer? Like, it is an unrealistic expectation, but so many coaches are doing this. And do you know what I've realized it is? It's because two things: either coaches don't know what to do alternatively, or they are scared, right? They are scared about having conversations with people and really talking about what it is that they have to offer. Okay. And this is something where your mindset will hold you back and will strangle your business. If you are not confident, right, to speak to somebody and engage with them and to share what you have that you know can transform their lives as a coach, then you seriously need to work out what the subconscious programming is that's stopping you from doing that, because it will starve your business. Because if you're hiding inside other people's groups, trying to engage their potential clients or customers within their Facebook group in the hope that they're going to recognize you and come and join you and become one of your potential clients, you are playing a very hit and miss game. And that strategy alone, as a strategy to grow your group, is not going to work. And it definitely will not work if you're trying to grow your business as well. I just have to be really, really straight. What you will know about me in these situations is I hold no prisoners. I say it as it is, because I believe that too many coaches are walking on eggshells and are not saying or sharing the information that you really need in order to make the shift in your business. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you like it when I serve it straight, without walking on eggshells, and just tell you how it is. Just comment below and let me know if you like when I do that. Or would you prefer for me to lie to you? That's also an alternative, and to like sugarcoat the pill. But I think there's just way too much of that happening inside the industry at the moment. And we now need to be doing something differently if we really want to help you to get the transformation that you need. All right, maybe you feel like the best kept secret. How frustrating is that? Feeling like you are the best kept secret. You've got something amazing to share with the world, but for some reason you cannot get people to take what you have seriously and actually become a buying client. Or if you do, you're not able to do it consistently, right? And to be fair, like, if you're not able to build a consistent revenue in your business, then it's really not a business you can depend on. Maybe you're trying to grow your own Facebook group right now, but all you hear is crickets, or you get hit on by the freebie brigade. What do I mean by the freebie brigade? I mean the people who love freebies, right? They want everything that you've got to offer for free, but they don't put their money where their mouth is. They're not serious about getting the transformation that they want. I call them the freebie brigade. And you know, you're going to always have them, right? But at the same time, your content needs to be created in a way within your Facebook group, and I'll talk about this more later on, in a way where you can engage someone from just being a freebieer, sitting on the sidelines, into actually moving and taking action and getting the transformation that they need. Remember, this is not really about you, okay? It's about a fair exchange. That's what coaching's about, okay? So it's not about you, it's actually about them getting the transformation that they need inside their lives. And I feel that that's one of our responsibilities if we truly call ourselves a coach. It's really to help and support other people to get the transformation that they need. The money is just part of a symbiotic relationship, right? It's just part of, you know, you giving and also receiving. And it's very important that that scale is balanced, because if it's out of balance, then you will be delivering, or you will be serving from a place of lack. And when you serve from a place of lack, it is almost impossible to serve authentically. Maybe you are done with Facebook groups. As far as you're concerned, Facebook groups don't work. You've been there, tried that, got 15 different t-shirts, and right about now, you've probably got a couple of Facebook groups that are just offshoot, doing their own thing, and you probably haven't even turned up and done anything meaningful inside that group for a while. Or if you have, you probably just got content that's just being posted automatically in that group, and really you're not building or cultivating an audience. So as a result, you're done. You know, you're out. I don't blame you, but after this video, you're going to get back into the game. I can guarantee you that, because as I said, Facebook groups work amazingly as part of the right strategy. So what's the consequence of this? If you're not where you want to be, if you're here right now stuck, then it means you are still potentially stuck in an unfulfilling day job. And this is probably most likely beginning to affect your mental health. I don't know about you, but when I was stuck in my day job, right, when I was doing my 9 to 5 as an engineer, waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning, getting home at 8 p.m. at night, still jumping on the laptop for another 2 hours because I needed to keep up with my daily tasks, right? When I was running and doing that schedule, pushing somebody else's agenda, it made me feel horrible. It messed with my mental health untold, right? I would turn up and all I would want to do is just go home again. All I'd want to do is just fall asleep. I just was not living. I was barely existing, right? So it really does wreak havoc on one's mental health. Let me know if you can resonate. Let me know if this relates to you. You know, are you stuck in your day job? Are you looking for a way out? Comment below. Let me know if that connects with you. Maybe you're unable to build a consistent cash flow, right? Which stops you from providing the things that you know you and your loved ones deserve, right? That's one of the consequences of not getting your business to work for you, not having tools like your Facebook group generating you an income, right? Or maybe you're constantly stressed and unhappy, you know, constantly grouchy. You probably haven't realized that the reason why you're unhappy and you're grouchy is because you're not living on purpose, right? And you can't figure out what's going wrong inside your business. And so as a result, what happens, we take it out on the ones that we love. And that affects the people around us. You know, as much as we try, you know, sometimes we try and keep it to ourselves and hide it. The people around us can tell that there's something wrong. Right. When you're not living on purpose, when you can't turn your purpose, your coaching into a profitable business, that is having an effect. You know, what example is it setting, you know, for those that are looking around, you know, to see you doing this and not making a success of it? When you could find the right strategy, find the right formula, and really help to shift that business and turn it around, which I'm going to talk to you about as we go through this training. Because where do you want to be? Over here, you're making steady and consistent sales every single week and consistently hitting those 10 to 20K months. Boom. Like when you start hitting these figures per month, this is when you can seriously begin to do the things that you desire. When you can step out of the day job, or where you can really provide all of the things that you know that your loved ones deserve. Not just some of them, all of the things that you know that they deserve. Over here, you have a Facebook group that is actually helping you make sales. Remember, I said helping you make sales. Note that, please, right? It's not going to make the sales for you. Maybe this is another misconception that people have. Oh, I create the Facebook group, and as long as I post content in there, then someone's going to buy from me. No. Like, the reality of that doesn't happen for people who are starting out. Maybe if you are like Tony Robbins or one of the big gurus within your industry, maybe you can coast on posting content and have people flocking and buying it. But even for the biggest gurus, it doesn't work like that. They are either pumping tons of money into Facebook ads or YouTube ads or whatever kind of advertising. Not only that, they have troops of people who are doing affiliate marketing programs on their behalf, using their products and services as their affiliate product and selling it on their behalf, doing the groundwork. Okay. And yes, they turn up and it looks like their business is just flowing. The reality of it is, tons of money is being pumped into it, and also they have people selling on their behalf. They're just giving them a cut. Okay, so it doesn't just work like that. I post and my content will sell on my behalf, right? You have to recognize that you are the biggest and best asset to your business. Okay, and so therefore you have to almost see yourself as the shop assistant, right? That person who can guide someone to the point where they can make an informed decision about buying your product or service. Over here, let's say it's your loved one's birthday or a special occasion, and you were able to buy them everything they wanted, not just some of the things that they want. You are able to go on holiday whenever you want. You can take time off and not feel guilty. You know, you can take time off and understand that your business is still going to flow and is still buoyant, right? Like, this was the dream we promised ourselves. I promised myself this when I stepped into this coaching industry, right? I promised I would never live a life where I was chained to a desk again. I promised that I was going to be purposeful and I was going to transform people's lives. And I know I'm not the only one. That let me know if that's what your goal is, right? That's what your dream is, right? And so as a result, I needed to ensure that I understand the things I'm going to share with you to really ensure that I could grow a business that could not only meet my needs, but also go beyond that so I could also help other people, right? And I could give back to charities and things and do those meaningful things that we all want to be able to do, but our financial means don't often allow us to be able to do that. Maybe you're finding that most of your sales are actually being made offline with no need for a sales call, right? This is where we want to be, no? Where you don't even need to have a sales call. But because you've got the right structure in place, people are now guided to make an informed decision, and therefore they want to work with you without you needing to try and convince them to work with you. And a Facebook group is integral, right, in that strategy, right? It's really, really important. It can really, really help to create that effect, but you need to know how to do it. Um, Over here, you now have a business you and your loved ones can depend on. People are now starting to take what you have to offer seriously. Yeah, it's the most frustrating thing. I remember generating a program and a course, right? I built out all the videos thinking it was the best thing since sliced bread. Don't we all, right? We believe what we have is the best thing going, and we're just baffed as to why everybody else doesn't recognize it. Okay, why can't everyone else see what's going on inside my head, right? But yeah, I created this amazing thing according to me, and then I go out there to try and say it. No one even cares. Nobody even cares. And the reality of it is, guys, people are not going to care. You have to be able to give them a reason to care and to give them a reason to take you seriously. And you can't just sit there sulking and constantly changing your offers and constantly, like, you need to understand how to communicate. Because once you know how to communicate, you can really get the data to see whether or not you need to change your offer. Okay, but just trying to change your offer and put it out there in hope that the offer is going to sell itself, I'm going to say again, it does not work like that. You have to be the shop assistant within your shop, and you need to know how to communicate your offer to the highest degree. Okay, as a result, you are no longer having to be careful with money. You know, no more fights or no more arguments over money, no more second thoughts about money, because over here you are making a consistent, dependable revenue. Okay, so if this is not your reality, right, then the reality of it is you had or have no idea how to grow a Facebook group from the ground up, right? If you've got a Facebook group that you've either given up on, if you've got a Facebook group that you're struggling to get engagement in, if you've got a Facebook group where you've got all the freebie chasers showing up, but no one really coming forward and buying your products or services, right? If you're getting disheartened because you don't have the right numbers coming in, as far as you're concerned, no one is liking or, no one is commenting. If your Facebook group is holding you emotionally to ransom, which it does, when you put a post out there and you don't feel it, how do you feel? Right? Do you still stay motivated and work with your group, or do you feel disheartened and feel like, well, what's the point? right? If you are being taken on this emotional roller coaster and it's not getting you the results that you want, then the reality is you had no idea, or you have no idea how to grow a Facebook group from the ground up. So this often means one of three things. You had false expectations, okay, from the beginning about the Facebook group, or your content is poor, right? That's another major reason why your Facebook group is not working for you right now, or you're too busy trying to attract or appeal to everyone in your group. Now, before you all start shouting at the screens, say to me, how can I say to you that your content's poor? I'm going to explain each one of these so that you can truly understand what it takes to build a Facebook group from the ground up so that you can make thousands of pounds, okay, with less than 200 members in it. It's not about the numbers, guys. Trust me. I've done it, okay? As I said, within the last 3 months, I've made 30K from my Facebook group alone. But it's not in the traditional way which everybody else is preaching and talking about. All right, so let's look at the first one. You had false expectations and did not know how to grow a group from the ground up. What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is that you drank the Kool-Aid. Have you heard what when people say that saying, right? You drank the Kool-Aid. It means you just lapped up what all the gurus said, right? You were sold that dream about the Facebook group, or you saw other groups that you're in and you thought, oh, wow, like, you know, these groups are really popping off and they're sharing free information. If I create my Facebook group, I'm sharing free information. Of course, they're going to flock to me. Of course, they're going to be engaged and they're going to, you know, be nurtured over time and eventually buy from me. Okay. But what those gurus failed to tell you, or what you failed to recognize, that if, for example, these gurus, you know, some of these Facebook groups, they're getting, you know, 100 leads per day, or however many leads coming into their Facebook group, what they forgot to tell you, in order to get those Facebook group registrations, they're pumping nearly £1,000 a day into advertising. Some are pumping way more, right? Because it costs £10 on average per lead to get them to sign up to your Facebook group. And it probably is going to go up by the time you watch this video, right? But at the time that I'm sharing this information, it's on average about £10 per lead. That's just £10 to get someone to join your free Facebook group. That's what these gurus are spending. But why are they spending it? Because they understand how to then nurture that person in order for them to become a sale, right? They understand that if they pump this money in, they're going to make the money back because they're going to get some to buy their, let's say their 2K offer, and then they're going to upsell them again. That's how they can pay this type of money to get leads, and why they do it all day long, and why we look as spectators and think, oh, wow, you know, they've got loads of people flocking into their Facebook group. That, or they're a big household name. Like, of course, Tony Robbins' Facebook group's going to have loads of people flocking into it. I mean, he's a household name. He's crossed over, right? So the question that you need to ask yourself is, when you started your Facebook group and when you thought that, you know, these people were going to just come flocking, did you factor in the £1,000 a day budget? Right? Did you factor in the £5,000 per week budget? Did you factor in the 20K per month budget? Because if you didn't, right, that's the reason why your Facebook group isn't popping like all of these other people's Facebook group, and why you need to find a different strategy in order to get your Facebook group to work for you. Because if you've got the ability to transform clients and you've got the money to pay 20K per month to bring leads into your Facebook group, that's amazing, right? Then this video is not for you. Okay, but if you're going to be pumping that money in to get people to see your free content, you best be able to nurture that client to a point where they can make an informed decision and decide that they want to work with you and choose your brand to solve their potential problem. All right, the next one, your content is poor. Someone has to break it to you. As amazing as your content, you may feel your content is, okay, if you're not making money from the content that you post, your content is poor. Bottom line, right? Because when it comes to selling high ticket, your content has to be cultivated in a way that I call an asset. It has to be cultivated in a way that someone could read one post and they can get all the information that they need to make a buying decision. Let me say that again. Your content has to be created as an asset, and each piece of content should stand alone. This is if you're selling high ticket. Okay, it should stand alone so that someone can connect to the post and get all the information that they need to make a buying decision. And also, this post should invite them to move towards you. In order for you to then follow up, as I said, as a sales assistant, and then complete the rest. Okay, that's how your brand should work. But many of you are not creating your content as assets. And an asset is what I refer to as a belief changing piece of content that has all the information that it needs inside it in order to give someone the inner safety that they need in order to move towards you and make a buying decision. Inner safety is so crucial, right? If someone doesn't buy from you, let's say you've done the work and you've got them onto a call and they don't buy from you, it's because they weren't made to feel safe on the inside. And if you are hoping to make sales, without having to have awkward sales calls, then you best make sure your content is created in a way that gives someone inner safety and also changes their beliefs and handles any objections. And many of you are not creating content to this level. When it comes to selling high ticket, guys, stop with the quotes. Posting these quotes and asking silly questions and like sharing memes. Like you can't afford to be doing that and expecting to build safety within someone and give them the information that they need to make a buying decision. I mean, yeah, it's nice and it might fuel your ego because you get some people that like and they interact, right? And I mean, yeah, okay, there's a time and place for it. Out of 10 posts, you maybe can do one. But as a main strategy, and I am super vigilant, right? I travel around. You probably see me land on your posts or put a little love on your post, right? Just to help boost your algorithm and to see what's going on and to support, right? But when I'm reading the content, it's not designed in a way that is really going to create the move towards you. It's not designed in a way that's going to take me from being a spectator into actually wanting to become a potential client. And this is what's at stake here, guys, when you want to grow a thriving business and when you are selling high ticket. And I really believe that there's an industry trope about being consistent. And we've all got this bee in our bonnet as coaches that we have to be consistent. We have to pump out content every single day, because if we're not pumping out content, if we're not trying to be really, really creative and put content out every single day, then, we're going to fall off the abyss and become obsolete. And don't get me wrong, consistency, again, yes, it has its place, but I would choose purposeful over being consistent. And let me explain to you why. In case you haven't found out, or I don't know if you've been living under a rock or something, right? You are working with the Facebook algorithm working against you. When you're putting your posts out there, the Facebook algorithm is working against you. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the algorithm is designed to strangle your organic reach. The people that have said that they want to see all your content in your Facebook, let's take your Facebook group as an example. Let's say you've got 200 members inside your Facebook group. When you post, Facebook does not show your post to all of those 200 members, even though every single one of those people that have come into your group have said, hands up, I want to see their content, right? And Facebook likes to kid us, and everyone likes to talk about how, you know, Facebook's got a fair strategy in terms of helping you to get your content out there. If your content's good, it will get out there. Sorry, BS. No, right? Because let me tell you why again. What Facebook does is, let's say you've got 200 people inside your Facebook group. Well, Facebook will choose to maybe show it to like 10 or 15 of those 200 people. And depending on those, how quickly those 15 people engage, then Facebook will decide to share it to more people, right? And more. And that's how you build up the momentum. But my thing is, how does Facebook know when he decides to share it with whoever it's sharing the post with? That person could be on golf, watching golf, right? That person could be I don't know, doing something while their laptop's on and totally miss the post. And then 2 minutes later, it's at the bottom of their feed, right? So how, if Facebook's not able to ensure that we have a captive audience that's engaging with our content at that present moment in time for them to make a decision whether or not they think it's a good piece of content, I'd be damned if I let Facebook dictate to me and tell me that my content's bad, right? So if we've got this algorithm that's working against us, being consistent doesn't technically work, because if everybody isn't seeing your posts, then it means that they're not going to see your post on a consistent basis. So it's better to be purposeful than it is to be consistent. Why? Because at least when your content is purposeful, and as I said, it's being created as an asset, and it creates a belief change and a move towards, because it gives your potential client everything that they need to make a buying decision, then it means that if that person bumps into that piece of content, that content's got your back. That content can do the job, and that content can help to bring you ready to buy clients. Sometimes that content can even sell on your behalf, but there's always going to have to be you doing a little bit of the sweetening of the deal to finalize and bed that new potential client in, right? The content can do the selling. Remember, separation between selling and closing. Your content can do the selling while then you can step in and do the closing. Please make that clear distinction. As a coach, you have to, right? And that's why I say be purposeful over being consistent, because you want every single piece of content to work for you. But not only that, you should be able to repurpose that content over and over and over again as new people are coming into your group, and you know it's doing its job. All right. Next one that I spoke about. You are too focused on trying to attract or appeal to everyone in your Facebook group. Either that, or you get disheartened when your group is growing slowly or at the lack of engagement. As I mentioned before, here again, you are competing against the Facebook algorithm. And so it's no wonder that you're going to struggle to get engagement. But also, what needs to happen is you need to recognize where your Facebook group should fit in and how you should use it as part of a robust client acquisition strategy. This is the problem. Because the Facebook group is not being knitted into a client acquisition strategy, this is why you're not able to generate sales, and why you tell yourself, oh, I don't have enough members, or you tell yourself that, you know, Facebook groups don't work. It's because you did not place the Facebook group and have a clear intention for how it was going to fit within your client acquisition and sales strategy. Right? So when someone comes, or what your Facebook group should be designed to do is that it should be designed really, especially when you're growing and you don't have the massive numbers, your focus needs to be different. Okay, the focus needs to be on helping those that what I call ready to buy leads. Okay, and what do I mean by this? I mean leads that are showing interest. They probably had a good engagement with you, let's say via a conversation from Messenger, for example. And now they are wanting to just find out a little bit more about you. They probably want to run their buying strategy. They kind of just want a little bit more nurturing so they can really understand that you are the real deal. Okay. So even if you've got, let's say, 200 members inside your Facebook group, 1,000 members, 10,000 members, 20,000 members inside your Facebook group, it doesn't matter about the numbers. Okay. The focus of the Facebook group should be for those new ones that are coming in that are ready to potentially buy with you, and now they just need a little bit of nurturing. And then, of course, it's then there to design to nurture the others that are already inside the group. But now it's almost like you're touching base with them because you've already had a good interaction with them. They're very clear about what your offer is. And now it's just about helping to get them over the line to become a potential client. Right? So that is really how you should be using your Facebook group at the heart of what you are doing right now. If you're talking to someone who is a prospect, you know that they are a good fit for your program, okay, it's good to get them to have as much exposure to you as possible. And your Facebook group becomes one of those exposures. And some of your training within inside your Facebook group should help to do some more nurturing. Okay, and if you've got just quotes and memes inside your Facebook group, it's not going to do that. Okay, and that's what I mean when I spoke about earlier about your Facebook group being poor. And this is how you use your Facebook group as part of a robust strategy. Here's the truth: trying to run a Facebook group on its own when you're starting out with no budget and without the crucial elements of an excellent organic strategy is truly pointless. Let me say that again. If you don't have the crucial elements of an excellent organic strategy, then yeah, setting up a Facebook group, you might as well continue with the theory that it doesn't work, or be banging your head against a brick wall as to why people aren't buying. The reason is because the Facebook group is almost running on its own and there is no additional bits attached to it to form what I've just termed as an excellent organic strategy. However, done right, when you understand, as I've just said, where your Facebook group should fit in and how it should connect to the rest of your organic Facebook groups, your Facebook client acquisition strategy, okay, it literally has the ability to catapult your business to no end. Okay, and as I mentioned, to date, I have just shy of 200 people in my Facebook group. You are watching this probably from the Facebook group already, okay, right now, and it has generated me over 30K in 3 months with no ad spend whatsoever. This is the power that you can have when you understand how to cultivate this Facebook group properly. All right, so what I want to say now is I'm going to share with you the strategy that I'm talking about that it must be a part of, okay? And I want you to be aware that this strategy is actually taken from the brand element of my program. Okay, so it's taken from this element of my program. Is one of the things and one of the factors that I teach and I share within my program that's not only getting me amazing results, it's also getting my clients amazing results too. But it's part of a puzzle, right? And for time, I can't go into all 5 elements. Okay, I can't even share with you everything that's inside what I call the famous face framework. Okay, but what I'm going to do is share with you this nugget, because if you can master this, it will literally change your business. But if you want to do the entire thing, then as I said, comment Jor'EL below and I will be able to have an impartial chat with you to see whether or not you're a great fit for the program. Also to see what's happening inside your business. Where in your business are you getting stuck? And what do you need to do to help you overcome it? Even if we have that conversation and I help you to identify where you're stuck and I talk and share with you what you need to do to overcome it, that would have been a worthwhile conversation. And I'm giving that to you for free. Okay, all you have to do is comment Jor'EL below, and either myself or a member of my team is going to reach out to you and we are going to have that conversation with you and then look at how we can move you forward. Okay, so just comment Jor'EL below. Okay, so taken from my brand part of my program, the famous phrase formula, as I was expressing, this is what I mean when I say an excellent organic client acquisition process. This is what I mean. As far as I'm concerned, And it doesn't just stand for coaching businesses, for any business that is serious about making money. All businesses, especially coaching business, especially people who are trying to go full time, or people who are trying to take their business from 3K to 10 to 20K per month, all businesses need to have these three arms. They need what I refer to as a lead generation arm. What do I mean by that? An arm of the business that brings leads into the business every single day. Not every single week, not every single month, every single day. Every single day should be a new opportunity to potentially transform a potential client's lives. Too many people, and maybe you are guilty of this, right? And if you are, then listen, really listen good and stop it, right? Too many of you are not having enough conversations about your business on a daily basis. Coaching is a numbers game. And if you are not getting enough numbers coming in, you might as well forget it, right? Because everyone you speak to is not going to be your ideal client. Everyone you speak to is not going to be ready to buy. But let's say you've got, and this is what a minimum you should be having coming into your business, you should have at least 50 opportunities to interact with potential clients every single day. And if you're not doing that, you're not working hard enough. And if you don't know how to do that, comment Jor'EL below and I will explain that to you on our call, right? Now, this lead generation arm can either be done organically, okay, and there is a way, yes, there is a way to get 50 organic interactions with your business every single day. And I can't go into that for time here, but I will talk about it in another live. Or again, as I said, comment Jor'EL below and I'll show you how you can do it. Or it can be done via ads, okay? But we talked about it earlier. If you're going to do it via ads, you need to have a huge budget to really make that work because you're competing with people who do have huge budgets and they will get in front of your audience and your budget just will not stretch far enough. But the main point is you need a lead generation arm that can bring fresh blood into your business every single day. The next arm, okay, and the next part of the business that needs to be there is what I call a nurturing arm. And this part of your business is designed to give your potential clients all the information that they need to make an informed decision to work with you. And that can happen over a period of time. Now, lots of you are kind of trying the nurturing arm thing, you know, when you're like hanging out inside people's groups to try and pray that someone's going to cross over and then buy from you. I mean, just talking about it, every time I say it just makes me think how absurd. Like, why would we think that that would be a viable strategy to consistently get sales into our business? I'm sorry, I just have to be real. Yeah, because the likelihood is if you're listening to this, it's not really working for you, right? You may get the odd client here and there, and you may feel comfortable about doing it because you're not having to go out there and share your business, but it's not creating you a dependable income, right? It's not helping you to live the life that you wanted. It's not helping you to achieve the goal of transforming people's lives, which is the reason why you became a coach in the first place. And if it's not working, you have to be real with yourself and work out, okay, what's going on? What is stopping me mentally that's stopping me from actually doing what I need to do to build a consistent income, right, from my coaching business? And again, if you comment Jor'EL below, I or my team will have a conversation with you because I do serious mindset work when it comes to helping people to overcome those blocks, right? And your Facebook group will fit into this. Can you see it's not on its own? It's part of what I call the nurturing arm of your business. And this is why and how you can get your Facebook group to really pop for you because you've got leads coming in. Then your Facebook group helps to take over the conversation that you were having with them when they were coming into your business, and it helps to nurture them to do some of the selling on your behalf so they can understand everything about you, your offer, how you work, how much it costs, so that they can have all the information they need to make an informed decision to choose you, your brand, or your business. Okay. And then the third arm that you need to have is what I call your attraction marketing arm. Now, this arm of your business is where, you post things up on your stories, you post your posts, and then you sit and wait and hope that someone is gonna, you know, grab the bait, as it were, and come and become your client. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I have it happen to me, so I know that it happens. But let me tell you something, it happens very, very rarely. And why does it happen very, very rarely? It's got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with your potential client. Well, it does have some stuff to do with you, depending on where your mindset's at. But I'm trying to show you from the other side of the fence. The reason why it doesn't work very well on its own is because your potential client is scared. They have fear. Maybe they've done a program before and didn't get the result, right? Maybe they are scared about spending money. They are going to need more support to make an informed decision, right? You're going to have to make a convincing argument about what it is that you do and how you do it differently, and how your experience is going to be different to the experience that they've just had that didn't work. And this is why just thinking attraction marketing is going to be the godsend, because you're too scared to have the conversations you need to have with your potential clients. This is why your business will not take off and will not grow. Okay, but when you put these three arms together, as I said, your Facebook group becomes part of your nurturing arm. When you put all three of these arms together, that's how you build a robust client acquisition process that will bring you in consistent leads every single day and make you consistent sales every single month. Okay, and will also help you to close sales without feeling icky, without feeling pressurizing, without feeling like you're having to force someone to buy your product or service. It will help people to make informed decisions to work with you. But there is an art and there is a knack to doing this. And if you've been trying to do this on your own throughout this entire period, maybe it's been months, maybe it's been days, maybe it's been years, maybe it's been decades, right? However long you've been trying to do it, if you have not been able to make it work on your own, then it's time that you get a different perspective. As I said, Einstein said, doing the same thing and expecting a different result is the first sign of madness. And if you're going to just constantly keep doing the same things and then blaming the strategies and blaming everything else as to why it's not working, constantly having to change your offer, feeling confused inside because you don't know whether or not you are saying the right thing or connecting in the right way, why would you beat yourself up about like that when you could find the help that you need and get the support to take you to the next level? So as I said, comment Jor'EL below, and either myself or a member of my team will help you and support you in terms of just having an impartial, free conversation to see whether or not the program's a good fit. But even if it's not, to see what's going wrong inside in your business and what you need to do to kind of bridge that gap. Okay, so this is what I mean about having a Facebook group strategy that is part of a robust client acquisition process. And if you don't have your Facebook group connected to these other arms, and the nurturing arm is not just the Facebook group, by the way. Okay, there's other pieces to that nurturing arm. Okay, but as I'm saying, it's one of the nurturing arms. So if you don't have this connected to the other three arms, this is why you are not able to make consistent revenue from your Facebook group, why you feel your Facebook group is not working for you, or why you think you need to get way more numbers than you have. As I said, just shy of 200 followers in my Facebook group, and in 3 months, it's made me 30K. Okay, so there is an art and a way of doing this. All right, so before I wrap up, one of the things I want to share with you guys is, have you got your Nexbot Press Kit? Okay, if you have not got your Nexbot Press Kit, okay, if you have not signed up to nexbot.com, and let me just stop sharing this screen with you because I want to share the science behind why you need a press kit. Okay, because oftentimes we often think that, oh, it's a new product or it's a new service, I don't need it. But the Nexbot Press Kit, which is the new app that I launched after 5 years, super excited about it. There is specific science to why it was created. if you are trying to grow your business, let's say from 3K to 20K to 10K per month, right? Or if you're trying to go full time in your business, one of the things you need to be able to do, as I've been saying, is you need to be able to nurture your potential clients. Okay, you need to, and when I say nurture them, you need to help them to make an informed decision to buy from you, as opposed to another brand or someone else that they are looking into, right? You need to be able to put that case forward. Now, there's some industry knowledge or industry facts out there which says that your potential client needs between 8 to 12 interactions with your business before they are ready to make a buying decision. Write this fact down. Okay, your business needs between 8 to 12 interactions, okay, with a potential client before they come onto a sales call, okay, before they move into a buying relationship. Okay, 8 to 12 interactions with your business before they are ready to buy from you. Okay, and interactions can be your posts, interactions can be, training, any kind of interactions so that they can get to know, like, and trust you. And what's the reason behind that? It's designed to give them inner safety. Okay, the key to making sales is helping someone to feel safe about making the buying decision. Okay, if you want to know more about that, I've done a training on that as well. So just comment safety below and I'll deliver that training to you. So what does the Nexbot Press Kit does? What does it do? It gives you the ability to get those 8 to 12 interactions with your potential client, okay, in one page. And it guides them through those interactions in a fun and engaging way. Let's make sure you're hearing me. You are going to give your potential clients the 8 to 12 exposures that they need to make a buying decision from you, okay, in one page. This is the science behind having a Nexbot Press Kit. Think about yourself when you come to making a buying decision. What do you need to know? Let's think about a car. If you want to buy a car, what do you need to know? You want to know the color. You want to know how much the car costs. You may even want to try the car, try before you buy. Okay. These are just some of the things that you want to know. But as coaches, when we're creating content, we do not give our potential clients all the things that they need to know. I think it's absolutely absurd that we are not recognizing this. In our industry, it's rife. Okay, we do silly things. We withhold information. Okay, we don't give people all the things that they need up front in order to make a buying decision, like one of the things being our price. And then we get shocked when someone comes into a call with us and they don't buy from us. And they say things like, oh, it's more than I expected, or I don't have the money. It's because we withheld that information from them in the first place. So with your press kit, you are able to give them all the information that they need in order to make a buying decision, okay? And also what it does is that it enables you to be able to do it in a fun and engaging way, right? Ultimately, people need to be engaged to want to research you. Rather than leaving them to their own devices to go and find it for themselves, put it in one page and allow them to be entertained as they go through it. And I just want to kind of share it with you so you can really see what it is that I'm talking about. Okay, so let me just share this screen with you so you can see. All right, so let me get that window up. Okay, and you should be able to see my screen. All right, and let me see if that you're able to do that. Let me know if you're able to see my screen below, because I might be having difficulties. Can you see my screen? Just let me know if you're able to see my screen and whether or not you can see the press kit that I am sharing with you. That would be very, very good for me to know. Can you see the screen? Please just let me know. Just comment screen below so I can see. Just say yes, so I know that you are able to see my screen. I'm going to share it in a different way just to make sure 100% that you can see it. All right, so if I go here, screen, share screen, and then Windows. All right, here we go. All right, so here you should be able to see my screen right now. Okay, good. So I'm going to just give you a little insight into what your Nexbot Press Kit can look like. All right, good. So this is my profile. Okay, this is the profile that I've created to showcase or to share with you how your press kit can work, for example. So it's what we call our demo file. So when you click, you get your profile. So this is what your profile looks like. And as you can see, you've got a press kit here. When you click in view in share mode, what you instantly see is you get to see who the person is. So they get to understand who you are. Okay, they understand what it is that you do, and they also begin to understand a little bit about your philosophy in your profile section here. And alongside that as well, you also get to share all of your social media. So therefore, this person can really look around and get to know, like, and trust you in their own time. Okay, also you have this amazing QR code. So let's say you're out and about, you bump into someone, okay, and they ask you what it is that you're doing, but you're in a rush or you want to talk about other things. They can swipe your QR code, and all of this information I'm about to share with you gets pulled to their phone, right? And not only that, if they press this download contact button on their phone, it creates a contact card and stores it inside their phone. Now, how powerful is that? You own a space inside someone's phone. People carry their phones. Your potential clients are carrying their phones everywhere they go. You are now traveling with them. Even if they go on holiday and they decide that they want to check out what's going on, they can open up your contact and review what it is that you have to offer in the comfort of their own home or wherever they are in their own time. So therefore, they can come to an informed decision. All right. You also get your email address, your telephone number. They can even message you on the site if they want to, right? So they can actually take action right there and then. Now, also what's great is you have the about section. So when I was talking about creating safety within your client, you can really help them to understand in a very short, succinct way what it is that you are about and what it is that your brand stands for. Okay, again, creating the know, like, and trust. You also have the product, services, and skills fact sheet. This is where you'll share information, guys, about how much your products or service costs. Okay, so that someone can make an informed decision and run their buying pattern. Sorry to break it to you, hiding your price, bringing them onto a sales call, and then hoping that they're going to magically come up with the money is not realistic. People need to run their buying patterns to work out how they're going to make things work. And the more information you can give someone up front, the more able they're going to be able to do that, right? If you want to, again, you don't have to, but you can share some statistics. Why would this be of benefit? Well, if you're an actor or someone like that, it's going to be amazing. But if, let's say, you coach on health and fitness, right? You might want to share some of your stats so people can understand that knowledge about you. And if you don't want to share stats, you don't have to, because anything you don't share, it's a magic template. So it literally just disappears and no one will be none the wiser because they wouldn't even know that that information was possible to give in the first place. And then in a succinct way, you get to share photos. People can see you doing things in your social proof. They can go through, they can read your captions. Okay, it all pops up in a nice interactive way. They can see your videos, right? So they click on this and a video pops up and they can play it and instantly the video plays, right? And you get 3 of those. Again, we're not looking to overwhelm them because that's the problem with Facebook. That's the problem with Instagram. It has way too much information and your best content is usually at the bottom of your feed. Okay, the best information that you want to share with people are at the bottom of your feed. Don't expect people to scroll. The attention span is way too short for that nowadays. Okay, music and audios. Again, you might have been on some podcasts. Again, you can bring these up. Share your 3 best ones. If they're hooked by it, they listen to your podcast as they're traveling on their, you bumped into them, they jump in the car or they jump on a bus and they're listening to your podcast, right? Suddenly now they're enticed to take the next step with you. And you didn't have to sit there telling them, oh, go and visit this link and you'll see me on a podcast or being interviewed or whatever audio you may have, right? People have not got time. You can also share awards, achievements, and any press that you may have. And also at the same time, you can connect it to any blogs that you have out there. So in one seamless interactive page with the share of a QR code, okay, or the share of your link, you can literally just copy your link and share it with someone online. Your potential client has all the information that they need to make an informed decision to buy from you, or a potential collaborator now has all the information that they need to advertise you, let's say before a podcast, or whatever they need in order to be able to work with you and collaborate. This is the power of having your own Nexbot Press Kit. It's 100% free, and so if you haven't got yours already, well, what are you waiting for? Okay, what's stopping you from getting your Nexbot Press Kit? And I'll put the link to getting that press kit down below. Okay, so I've seriously enjoyed serving you all. As I said, if you would like to work with me, if anything that I've connected or said resonates with you in this video, okay, and you would like to work with me, then just comment Jor'EL below and either me or my team will reach out to you and we'll have an impartial chat to see where your business is right now, where you would like your business to be, and why your business you're not able to generate the revenue that you want from your business. You have to recognize sometimes you are too close to the problem to see what's going wrong. And that's what this impartial chat will be about. And as I said, just comment Jor'EL below and I will show you, I would literally either myself or a member of my team will come and have a conversation with you and we can talk about what's going wrong for you in your business. And if you choose to say, yep, the program works for you, we'll show you how to take that next step too. As I said, I've loved working with you. Please let me know if you've enjoyed the training. Please share it with other people who you know that this content will be useful for. And until next week, I will speak to you very, very soon.